Welcome to BikeBeat, the 2026 Jeep Wrangler 650 Adventure, a motorcycle that carries one of the most legendary names in off-road history into an entirely new world. The story of this bike begins with the heritage of Jeep itself. For decades, the Wrangler has been a symbol of adventure, a vehicle trusted by soldiers, explorers, and outdoor enthusiasts alike. Translating that kind of reputation onto two wheels was always going to be ambitious. But rather than borrowing lightly, the Wrangler 650 Adventure feels like a machine that has been engineered from the ground up to carry Jeep DNA with authenticity. This isn't a concept meant only for showrooms, it's a middleweight adventure bike designed for real riders who want to tackle dirt, gravel, sand, and long stretches of highway without compromise. The first thing that grabs you is the way it looks. From a distance, you'd never mistake it for just another adventure bike. Jeep has carried its design language over seamlessly. The face of the bike is bold, with twin circular LED headlamps that echo the Wrangler SUV's round lights, flanked by subtle vertical slots in the front shroud that recall Jeep's iconic grille. It's not forced, it feels natural, like this is what a Jeep motorcycle was always meant to look like. The tank is muscular, sculpted with edges that suggest toughness. The seat flows naturally into the tail section, with stitching inspired by Jeep interiors, rugged yet refined. Even the color palette speaks Jeep, offering shades like granite gray, desert sand, and forest green, with matte finishes that resist scratches from trail dust and luggage straps. Every inch of the design communicates durability, confidence, and readiness for adventure. Move closer and you begin to notice the details that reveal the thought behind this machine. The handlebars are wide and high, giving riders maximum leverage when standing on the pegs in technical terrain. The windscreen is adjustable with a simple gloved hand, sliding up for highway protection and down when airflow and visibility matter more off-road. Handguards come standard, protecting both controls and fingers from brush or sudden impacts. The skid plate under the engine is not a flimsy afterthought, it's solid metal, extending well back to shield vulnerable parts during rocky climbs. Foot pegs are wide, serrated for grip, but also rubber-damped for comfort on the highway. Every feature balances ruggedness with rider comfort. At the heart of the Wrangler 650 Adventure is the 650 cubic centimeters parallel twin engine. Adventure riders will know that this displacement is something of a sweet spot, powerful enough for long-haul travel, light enough to remain nimble off-road. Jeep's tuning focuses on torque, with a meaty mid-range that makes it easy to lift the front wheel over logs, crawl through sand, or accelerate confidently out of tight corners. You don't need to redline this bike to feel its character. The engine delivers accessible, usable power at the twist of a wrist. Paired with a 6-speed gearbox and a slipper clutch, shifting feels fluid, controlled, and reassuringly stable on both upshifts and downshifts. Braking performance is equally confidence-inspiring. Up front, twin discs bite firmly, assisted by ABS calibrated for mixed terrain. On tarmac, braking feels progressive and predictable. Off-road, the ABS can be adjusted or switched to an off-road mode, allowing skilled riders more control over slides and skids when the surface demands it. The rear brake is strong enough to help pivot the bike in tight trails, another nod to serious adventure design. Suspension travel is generous, with an inverted fork up front and a monoshock in the rear. Both are adjustable for preload, rebound, and compression, meaning you can tune the setup for solo rides, two-up travel, or heavily loaded expeditions. The suspension soaks up corrugations, potholes, and rocky obstacles with ease, keeping the ride controlled even in the roughest conditions. Ground clearance is more than adequate, inviting you to test it on technical tracks rather than worry about scraping your undercarriage. Riding comfort has been given serious attention. The upright seating position is ideal for long days in the saddle, reducing wrist and back strain. The seat itself is broad and supportive, with a contour that makes standing transitions smooth. Passenger accommodations are equally comfortable, with grab handles and a flat perch that won't punish your co-rider. Wind management is excellent, reducing buffeting without creating dead zones of turbulence. Combined with an ergonomic triangle that suits a wide range of rider heights, this bike feels built for endurance, not just short bursts. Technology rounds out the package. A bright, full-color TFT display sits at the center of the dash, visible even in harsh sunlight. The interface is intuitive, offering customizable screens that can prioritize maps, performance data, or trip information. Connectivity is seamless, with Bluetooth support for calls, navigation, and music. A dedicated Jeep Ride app integrates with the system, letting you pre-plan routes, log journeys, and even share off-road tracks with the community. For long tours, cruise control is available, reducing fatigue on open highways. Heated grips and seat options make cold weather rides more enjoyable, while multiple power ports keep devices charged on the go. Practicality is a cornerstone of this bike. Luggage options abound, from hard aluminum panniers and top cases to soft, adventure-ready bags. Mounting points are sturdy and cleverly placed, allowing riders to strap down gear without compromise. The subframe is reinforced to carry serious weight, meaning you can load up for a cross-continent journey without second-guessing stability. Jeep even offers custom accessories through Mopar, ranging from auxiliary LED light bars to modular tank bags. This bike was designed to be built upon, customized, and adapted to the specific vision of its owner. Out on the road, the Wrangler 650 Adventure feels like a revelation. On smooth pavement, it tracks confidently, stable in sweeping curves, with enough agility to tackle tight corners. At highway speeds, it hums steadily, never feeling underpowered. On dirt and gravel, it transforms into a willing partner, eager to dig into loose terrain with traction control working subtly in the background. Turn off the electronics, and experienced riders can unleash the raw character of the bike, sliding through corners and lofting the front wheel with confidence. It's not just competent, it's fun, which is something not all adventure bikes in this class can claim. Fuel range is equally impressive, thanks to a large tank and efficient engine tuning. Expect well over 200 miles between stops, a feature that's critical when venturing into remote regions. Combined with a seat that encourages long stretches and a suspension setup that refuses to punish your body, the Wrangler 650 Adventure is more than just capable, it's genuinely comfortable for multi-day expeditions. Pricing is competitive. With expectations set between $10,000 and $12,000, it positions itself against strong rivals like the Yamaha Tenere 700, the KTM 790 Adventure, and the Suzuki V-Strom 650 XT. Each of those bikes has its strengths: the Tenere's rally pedigree, the KTM's razor-sharp off-road performance, the Suzuki's bulletproof reliability, but none of them carry the Jeep badge. That branding isn't just a logo, it's a story, a heritage, a promise of adventure. For many riders, that emotional connection is enough to tip the scales. What makes this bike truly unique is the blending of automotive and motorcycle worlds. Jeep didn't just borrow styling. They translated their philosophy into a new medium. The Wrangler 650 Adventure doesn't try to be the lightest or the most extreme, instead, it aims to be the most versatile, the most relatable, and the most dependable middleweight adventure bike out there. It's approachable for new riders stepping into the adventure scene, but still exciting enough for veterans who want a machine they can trust anywhere. As the review winds down, the sun sets behind the machine. Its silhouette cuts a strong figure against the fading light, rugged yet refined. The voiceover concludes, "This isn't just a motorcycle with a famous badge. This is Jeep taking its legacy of adventure, freedom, and durability, and reshaping it into something entirely new." The 2026 Jeep Wrangler 650 Adventure is more than transportation, it's an invitation. An invitation to chase horizons, to seek out uncharted paths, and to experience the world in a way only two wheels can offer. The question is, are you ready to answer the call?